Well, I think it's finally time to say goodbye to Gears of War 4. Gears of War 4 came out October 11th of 2016. This means that we have been playing this game for nearly 2.5 years, which is an extremely long life cycle for a Gears of War game, hell, for a multiplayer game, hell, for an esports title. So I wanted to take a quick trip down memory road for this game, while also looking towards the future. A beautiful, bright future, fingers crossed, Gears 5. Let's talk about how we've seen this game grow and develop over the years in many aspects, but we've also seen it plateau and maybe even slightly decline in many others. For example, we've received dozens upon dozens upon dozens of weapon skins and character skins. Some of them good, some of them meh. We've even seen esports themed skins so you can support your favorite major event from the Gears of War Pro circuit or even your favorite pro team, OpTic. And we have watched the pro map cycle change multiple times. Now I remember when they added Diner and it was pretty much unanimously hated by everyone. But I also remember when they added Forge Blitz and replaced Old Forge, which thank you so much to whoever decided to redesign that map because Old Forge was so unnecessarily big. I also remember when Diner got removed yet again. And let's not forget when they got rid of one of my favorite maps, Reclaimed, to bring back Diner yet again, and then add Slab and Old Town, which honestly aren't too bad of maps, but it forces you to use an Xbox One X, and that's a whole new thing. And you know, honestly, that's where my script for this video ended. I want to talk a little bit more just kind of from the heart and not too much well thought out, but just again reflect on what we've seen happen in this game. For me, a lot of the memories come from esports events. So remembering our very first showing in Gears of War 4 as a team at that, not a real tournament, but that show match for the launch of Gears of War 4 where we played the veteran squad of Infinity. And, you know, then going to the Invitational and on to Columbus, which was a massive tournament and our first real big tournament win for us. I remember our first loss in Mexico, where we fell in the grand finals after coming from the losers bracket. We beat Ghost in the losers finals and then had to play Envy again in the grand finals, and we lost. Not even close series, to be honest. And I remember how helpless that felt. But I remember us making a roster change and bringing Icy on board, one of my best friends in the Gears community, and seeing how we grew from that. And the dynasty that we then started, the new chapter, I guess, of that dynasty that we started with that roster until we got to Vegas the second time. And we fell short. We got 4th place, which was the worst placement and still is, as of making this video, the worst placement of my pro career as a coach and manager. And we had to make another change. And that change started another chapter in the OpTic Gaming legacy, in the Gears of War legacy. And we've gone on another tremendous run, ending in Boston just a week or two ago and closing out an amazing run for this title. And we've seen a lot of changes in the game too, not on the esports side. We've seen the rank system slowly grow and develop to where there's now more ranks. There's now better matchmaking in theory, though in execution it's not working out too well. I think it's just a little bit too late. And we've seen new game modes come and go, things like comp warm-up be added as a consistent playlist that people can play. I personally recently have started playing a lot of Gears PC, and for those of you who watch my stream, you know this. And I've joined the Gears PC Discord where they do pickup scrims almost every other day, exclusively or almost exclusively of PC players, adding a new aspect and a new twist to what I'm familiar with console, you know, scrims and pro scrims. And looking towards the future, there's a lot of things that I'm hopeful for Gears of War 5, or Gears 5 as they're calling it, and I'm going to do a big, more detailed discussion on that in a separate video, my wish list for Gears 5, just like I made a wish list at the end of UE for Gears of War 4. So make sure that you guys are subscribed for that video, and while you're hitting buttons down there in the description, go ahead and hit the like button on this one, since we've got some good gameplay in the background, and it's a good conversation piece for those of you who enjoy Gears of War. Now, I remember the feeling of my first event, I remember the feeling of my first loss, and I remember the feeling of this last event. Obviously, it's the most clear. But I think some of the things that I take away from this game are how much that I've been able to grow and the relationships that I've been able to build and make through this title. I've made a lot of friends. I've built a somewhat stable streaming community and group of people who support my stream and my YouTube channel, and some really amazing friends, and I've somehow survived a healthy relationship with my loving girlfriend, all while supporting the stress that I deal with, and the frustration, and the goods and the bads, and the constant long hours and traveling and whatnot, to support this career. I think about when the OpTic skins first were released, and how excited I was to see, not only was I representing my favorite org in the world, but now I could represent them even more in game. And then they made the character skins, which was insane to me. I remember when I first saw the $2 million for Season 2 of Gears of War 4 Esports, and the smirks on some of the people's faces who actually run the esports program, because they knew they had done something badass, and they were just excited for us to see it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been tremendous to see how far it's come, and I'm excited to see how far it's gonna go with the addition of E-League and everything else that I'm sure they have cooking behind closed doors. So I just want to take a second to thank everybody for all of the amazing memories, for all the amazing support, and for how much you guys have meant to me as an audience, as a fan base, and as friends, as teammates. If those guys are watching this, Gears of War 4 has created so many amazing memories, and I am so thankful for everything that we've been able to see coming from this title. I know that there's a lot of you who have grievances with this game. I myself have them, and I think that going forward to Gears 5, we're going to be getting a lot more. My hopes are high to see the developers really supporting our feedback and everything that we want to see in the next title. So thank you, everybody, for everything that you've ever done to support my career, my content, my teammates, and myself. And let's get excited for Gears 5. Goodbye, Gears of War 4. P.S. This does not mean that I'm not going to be uploading Gears content until Gears 5 comes out. I don't want you guys thinking that. I will be continuing to upload Gears content. I've still got more vlogs from Boston. I've still got more video ideas that I want to execute. I've got more coaching material that I want to release. There's still a lot more that I'm going to do with this game, but, for all intents and purposes, we're done with Gears of War 4, and we're looking forward to Gears of War 5, with our first look being the multiplayer tournament invitational at E-League in the middle of July. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you had a fond time or some fond memories from Gears of War 4, make sure you like this video and let me know what they are down in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.